Hey, happy Friday, everyone. It's May 15th, 2026. I'm Rich Tola, and here's what's cooking for today. Number one, 100. Hey, guys, it's the 100th live stream episode of Tola Talks. To celebrate that, since relaunching on September 30th of last year, we'll talk about that. And number two, eggs and kale. These two superfoods that I love to consume on a daily basis and the science behind them, why you should be getting on the program. And number three, Trump and Xi. A little bit of that pomp and circumstance. We'll talk briefly. And how about this? Finally, I want to give you a little movie review. Not much, but The Sheep Detectives, starring Hugh Jackman. I went to see that on my day off the other day, and I really liked it. We'll talk about that. But first, kudos to the Supreme Court, by the way. They ruled that patients could continue to receive the abortion pill by mail. Hey, 25% of all abortions throughout the country are done through the mail. So, hey, kudos. I think that's a good thing. All right, let's jump right into the ABCs, guys. All body workout, blissful sleep, colorful diet. How'd you do today? Me, I'm going with 2.5 checks. Why? I tell you, I slept well, got that blissful sleep. Colorful diet, eggs and kale today. Went light. By the way, on the scale, I was 149, so I did it. I cut back. But here's the thing. There's always a price to pay, right? So the last 2 days, you guys know I cut back my food. I had to drop like 4 pounds. Some of it was water weight, but a lot of it was just, anyway, I lost the weight. But what happened today? I was fatigued. So when I went down to the gym today, I was tired. Wasn't tired in the sense like, but I felt like fatigued, a little bit run down. So I said, hey, here's what we do. Stretch and abs, 15 minutes equals 1% of your life. Did some yoga stretches. You guys know Viparita Karani. That's legs up the wall. That's a great restorative pose. You should be doing that. Hasta Padagustasana, that standing hand to foot pose. That's some of my favorites. But happy baby pose. So I stretched it out really good. Did a light abs. But I'm going to the gym later today, so I'll definitely be hitting all threes later today. Let's jump right into this first one here. 100. We hit it. You believe it? I mean, I had a couple of goals I set. I'll tell you. I set 3 goals for myself in the past year. My mom passed away a year ago. It'll be 10 days in a year. So I said, I want to do this. I want to settle my mom's estate and move to Indianapolis. Did that. Wanted to publish my 3rd book, The Sub, Tales of an Inner City Teacher. Did that on August 29th of last year. And finally, I wanted to relaunch Tola Talks. Loved it. I started this in September of 2015. Since then, we've done 290 shows, a couple of iterations, but this is the most fun. But here's the thing. This is pretty cool. 90% of all podcasts never make it past number 3. 90% of those that do make it past the 3rd podcast never make it past number 21. So I guess we're in the top 1% of all podcasts. I wouldn't say we're in the top 1% of popularity, but that's okay. Guys, my goal here is to do 4 things. I want to educate you. I want to teach you something that you didn't really know or maybe didn't see from that perspective on current news. Number 2, I want to entertain you somehow or another. I want to keep it entertaining so you stay with me for 10 or 15 minutes. Number 3, inspire you. Hey, maybe it's to work out. Maybe it's whatever. To inspire you to start something great, your next great whatever it is. And finally, I want to motivate you. Maybe I'll motivate you to get to the gym because I'll tell you, there's the only way you're drinking from the fountain of youth. To me, it's all about exercise. These ABCs, the diet, the sleep, all 3 of them are so connected to make you a fulfilled person and base your happiness off of, right? But why do these podcasts fail? Looked it up. Consistency and preparation. Let me tell you, it takes me I got it down to about 4 hours, right? But when I started, you're talking 5-6 hours a day, 100 shows. We're talking 400 or 500 hours that I put in. Guys, take a look at this. Talk about preparation. So every day, what I do is, this is a stack. This is 100 shows right here. I did 100 shows. What I do is I read. I sit down, I make notes, about 3 pages of notes. You guys know that. I mean, I'm not going to memorize this all in 20 minutes, but, this is exciting. I mean, I'm happy to do it. Not really kind of looking at long-term perspective right now, other than I love it. I have fun doing it. Again, it takes me about 4 or 5 hours. I'm averaging, 3 shows a week based on that. But it's fun. So got to follow your passion. Got to do it. All right, let's jump right into number 2, eggs and kale. Eggs, there's a lot of, confusion about eggs. I mean, I thought that we had to go with the egg whites, but I learned that that's not correct. All right, what is it for breakfast? I mean, for me, all the time, eggs and kale, probably 80% of the time. And I read this article in Epic Health. It says, what happens to your body when you eat eggs regularly? It's one of nature's most complex foods, right? It supports muscle, brain, eye, and metabolic health. You got one egg, one small, medium-sized egg is going to give you 10% of the protein you need for the day. I'm eating 3 eggs a day on average. I'm getting a third of my protein. You got vitamin A, E, D, and B. I mean, simply put, eggs provide nutrients that our bodies need to maintain your health, all right? Enables the body to build and repair, without a doubt. Bones, muscle, hair, skin. Here's the thing. The absorption rate of the protein is 90%. So that's what's great about eggs versus plants are anywhere from 40 to 80% absorption. Same thing with the red meat, but whole eggs are better than egg whites. Again, I learned that. Are they bad for you? Well, there's some confusion over that. I mean, how many eggs can we really eat? Depends on who you ask. It's an online debate. But again, I did acupuncture, and she said to me, don't worry about the egg whites, because I was doing that, the egg whites. But I said, yeah, what the heck? Let me jump right into it, because the yolks are good for you, right? And there's no correlation between blood sugar, insulin levels. They're talking about cholesterol. That's what we knew. But guys, look it up, because eggs are great for you. And I'm not worried now about the cholesterol. Hey, doing my usual. How about kale? Kale's a superfood to me. I think it's amazing. Nutritious, rich in antioxidants. You got vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, beta-carotene, calcium. I mean, it's great for your eye health, your heart health, your weight management, because it's got fiber. It's got a gram of fiber. You can do 1 cup of that nutty kind of flavor, earthy flavor. It's got 7 calories and 1 gram of fiber, like I said. It also helps lower your cholesterol if you're worried about that. Guys, put it with your eggs, smoothie. You could do kale chips, olive oil, avocado oil, whatever works. And it's going to protect against cancer. So got to do it. Got to do the eggs and kale, I think. All right. President Donald Trump and the leader, Xi Jinping, in China, I mean, they had a great 2-day event finishing up today, filled with pageantries and pleasantries. I thought it was pretty cool. Getting down to the nitty-gritty. Join forces to make the world a better, safer, and more respectable place. I think so. I think this is what it's about with Trump and Xi. I mean, are they buying the 200 airplanes, helping with the Strait of Hormuz? Who knows? But what I see is this, and I had my book, How to Drink from the Fountain Youth, translated into Mandarin. Beijing, she lives in, no, she doesn't live in Beijing. She lives in Shanghai. But no, I got to know, I taught Mandarin. That was from a previous, when I was teaching in LA, I taught Mandarin in LA, one of high schools, and I met this woman. She was, went to USC, she's getting her master's anyway. So to me, we should be, not going to be best friends, but I think China and the U.S. should be like lions and tigers. I'm a big fan of the big cats. Tigers and lions don't really get along, right? They have the same, they compete for the same resources and the same territory, so to speak, but they can get along. They're not natural friends. They often clash, but if they're in captivity and they're put together, they get along. They could get along. So that's what I think. Of course, maybe we're not going to be best friends. You got communism versus democracy, but the people of China, they're great people. The leadership and how they run it with communism, we're democratic, of course, but why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? I think so. I think we got to work together, make this world a better place, because I don't know. I was watching the news the other day, BBC, and I was watching what the heck, Russia, Ukraine. I mean, this 9-story apartment building. Imagine living in an apartment building and next to your dead, you just collapsed. I mean, did you see that? They had 1,500 drone attacks. They're hitting Ukraine. I thought Putin was going to end the war. I mean, I'm not a big fan of this. Just chaos in the universe. All right, let's jump right into the final one because this is one. Talk about this is a heartwarming movie. You want to go see a fun movie? This is for adults. I guess it's made for kids. The Sheep Detectives. It's a live action cast. Pretty cool. You got Emma Thompson's in there, Bryan Cranston, Julia. Check it out. Julia Scarlett, Elizabeth Louis Dreyfus. Oh, she's awesome. Regina Hall. You got Nick Galzantine in there. I mean, it's fun, it's funny, it's heartfelt, but it's made for adults. Talk about death. It deals with grief. It deals with murder, deceit, family, fractional, dysfunctional family. Well, yeah, it wasn't dysfunctional family, but you'll see that. Rotten Tomatoes loved it. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 94%. Popcorn meter with the audience gave it 96%. This came out on May 8th. It was made for $75 million. It's already grossed about $31 million. I don't think this will be a huge money maker, but what a good movie. I really like this movie. So go see The Sheep Detectives. Have some fun. You'll laugh. You'll cry. Who knows? Bring your kids. But anyway, let's finish up, guys, with the 3 Tola takeaways. This weekend, I'm going to be heading over to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I can't wait. I've never been there. I want to see the time trials this weekend. But what do we have to do? You always have to respect the ABCs. I do believe that. Workout, sleep, diet. That's crucial for your well-being and to keep you drinking from the fountain of youth. Number 2, spread your goodwill. Pick up the phone. Go visit somebody over the weekend. Go do it in person. Spread your love. And finally, always be willing to accept another person's opinion. Just because it's not yours doesn't mean it's wrong. Guys, have an awesome weekend. Go celebrate whatever it is you're celebrating this week. And I'm going to celebrate my 100th live stream. Again, thank you. I really am. I'm sincerely appreciative of anyone watching my show, getting something out of this, because there's a million places you could put your attention. But thank you again for those that are subscribers that are watching. And I hope you're benefiting from Tola Talks. Rock it out, guys. See you next week. Peace.